The first pre-workout dropped 43 years ago, and ever since then, humans have just been taking things way too far. We don't just drink it anymore, we inhale it, we pack it, we even smoke it. I'd call it an addiction, but then that would just be me calling myself out. But it made me wonder, how far can people really push it? And at what point does performance enhancement cross the line from helpful to just flat out dangerous? Well, I'm gonna find that out. I built 7 levels of performance enhancers, each level getting more extreme and reckless than the last. Level 7 literally warns you to take it in total isolation, and I'm gonna try them all.
Have you ever taken something that significant in a video? I don't think so.
No. Level 1, oxygen.
We got oxygen in a can. Sky juice, essentially. Fun little fact, this company was on Shark Tank and they got a deal. So thank you for convincing billionaires that air needs to be bought and sold. Buying air is crazy. People would be buying depression if it weren't so free. On the back of the can, it says oxygen is the most important and immediate fuel source for the body and mind. So this should help us with endurance and recover quicker between our sets. I feel like I gotta be in a ravine to get the proper hit here. They used to call me the Cream Reaper in high school because I could milk anything and anyone, especially a bong. Whoa. It's like I just inhaled God's perfect farts. That was kind of amazing, almost artisanal. I could imagine a Cinnabon scented collab would go crazy. And I don't know if it's just me, but oxygen deprivation makes me feel the most alive. Call me old fashioned, but I like to be held down by the neck, lovingly of course. But we're gonna go inside with this and see how effective it is. Nothing makes me gasp for air quite like my old college roommate and hack squats. So we're gonna warm up slowly and then see how this helps.
I'm going to be ranking each of these enhancers on the 2 most important criteria. 1, effectiveness. Of course, it has to work. 2, enjoyment. If I'm going to risk my life, I should at least enjoy it.
Got a lot of weight on the machine right now. This is weight that by the end of the set, I'm usually suffocating from exertion. I've also never gotten 10 reps with this, so let's hope for the best here. I'm going to take a hit before the set and then right after the set. This is kind of like workout biohacking in a way. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Do you know after when you finish a really hard set, there's like 30 seconds of like very intense deep breathing just to kind of catch your breath? Right when you do this, it kind of eliminates that entire 30 seconds. So it's like an instant recovery thing, which felt super strange. I was like gasping for air and then I shot it and I just felt calm. Heart rate instantly went down and it almost feels like you have more rest time for the next set. I still didn't get 10 reps though.
I was determined to get 10 reps, and I realized on the back of the can it says inhale 3 to 5 times, and on the first set, I only did 1.
I ended up getting 10. I'm also able to make a whole sentence immediately after a hack squat set, which I don't think I've ever done before.
From there, I moved on to leg press and hit exactly what I needed to hit. Once that was done, I decided to test it in an area that I think would be most useful.
Normally I superset leg extensions with lateral raises, so we're gonna see if it helps my performance. I can catch my breath by the time I walk over to the lateral raises. Yeah. I could totally see this becoming a trend. Dudes just stealing the grandma's oxygen tanks for gains. I wouldn't put it past gym bros.
This stuff was definitely helping me catch my breath between exercises so I can make the most of every single set.
If you do circuit style training, this stuff would be absolutely game changer. If you just do like traditional bodybuilding, it makes like a bit of a difference, but nothing really major. It's also nice. It's just oxygen. It's the only thing in this video without any caffeine. And I would say overall, it's completely safe, unlike the other stuff we're about to get into.
Like in level 6, when I take adrenaline in a bottle where it literally makes my hair stand.
So immediately after the set, my heart rate's 158 beats per minute. All right, so now we're gonna do 1 puff of this. Maybe 2. And it instantly dropped to 139, 135 beats per minute.
Oxygen, 3 stars. Cinnabon collab, please. Level 2, caffeine pouches.
I am excited for this stuff. It has crazy reviews, 4.7 stars with over 37,000 reviews. Well, my brain just got flashbanged by the dumbest shit ever. I don't even understand the direction they were trying to go with that. But based off this video and some of the wording on their website, this stuff sounds incredibly epic. It sounds like a Bond gadget. We have quickest hit around, dialed in all day, unlock a new level of function. And the funny thing is, this stuff only has 50 milligrams of caffeine. Like, I remember the days when I was caffeine sensitive for this. You know, back when I was 3 or 4. At best, this helps a preteen wake up, not a dopamine degenerate like me. But they do say that this stuff hits a lot harder than a traditional energy drink. It hits faster, cleaner. It hits just everything way more efficiently. So we'll see about that. Okay, let's open this thing up. It says don't be afraid to double dip, which I will do. I love taking 2 at once, and I just think I'm gonna need the extra caffeine. 1 and 2. The pouches are in, and once all the flavor is gone, that means the energy is absorbed. Let's go to the gym. I am feeling this heavily right now. I have the craziest head rush. My brain feels like it's throbbing and bleeding, and I just feel so locked in and focused right now. My heart rate is at a heart rate that should never be had while you're just sitting and driving, unless you're in a car chase with the cops. Seriously, like, wow. If a soccer mom is doing this, I can do it.
I will say enjoyment factor is incredibly high. I could see someone like myself getting extremely addicted to these.
Flavor-wise, I was expecting it to be kind of mid, but low-key, this shit is mango magic. It's so good. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had mango lube. It's very similar to that.
As much as I'm excited for a crazy workout, I was also kind of terrified. If this is only level 2, how am I supposed to survive the other 5 levels? 2 pouches is only 100 milligrams of caffeine. In order to understand why I'm feeling it this much, I asked someone who knows a thing or two about stimulants.
Even though you might have 200 milligrams via a drink, if it's dragged out over a longer time horizon, you kind of like feel the buildup in a more gradual manner. If you're absorbing it through a pouch, you know, I would expect a more aggressive effect just because it's in your blood faster and it's gonna hit harder, essentially. Even at a lower dose, it's gonna just peak much quicker.
Each pouch should give me 1 to 2 hours of energy. So if my math is correct, because I had 2, that's 2 to 4 hours of energy. One thing that I will say is not great about it is that I haven't been drinking any water pre-workout because I'm just afraid of the mango flavor leaving. But it's time to take these things out. Let's start crushing it. I feel very good right now. Typically, I don't take pre-workout because it gives me that anxious energy, which I don't like, but I'm not getting that at all. This just feels like a much more natural energy, like I had like the perfect sleep the night before. And it's making me feel very motivated and strong. So I have 290 on the bar for 2 sets of paused 6 to 8 reps. I think I can do it. I think I can.
For the first set, I got this really cute girl to give me a spot to show off. Maybe I can marry her someday. I got 7.5 reps. The second set, I got 6, which I was extremely happy about. At this point, I believe if you ain't packing, you're slacking.
I'm feeling very strange right now. I think typically with a lot of energy drinks pre-workouts, you get so much energy, you almost get like very distracted easily. Where this one, it's like I'm almost getting too focused that it's kind of distracting me. It's making me feel extremely weird. I could just like look at something and I'd lock in on it, and it's the weirdest feeling ever. But up next, we have incline dumbbell press, and for this lift, I'm gonna be channeling that barber swagger. Let's get it. Whoa. There's like a speck on the ceiling, and I just stared through its soul. I just automatically locked into it. And when you're that focused during a set, it feels actually really, really good.
All the signs were leading to these pouches getting an incredible score, until it took a super unexpected and quick turn.
I really don't know what's going on. I literally just did a complete shift from one exercise to the next. I've been so focused that now I actually feel so tired. Like I could go to sleep. I have no more energy. Even though I still feel super, super locked in, I can feel like I could just fall over and go to bed.
The second half of the workout, I just couldn't wait for it to finish. I was completely checked out and could not stop yawning.
The caffeine is going to stimulate, dopamine release, catecholamines like adrenaline, noradrenaline, etc. And often when you have a pre-workout, it's going to have a bunch of other stuff in it, like amino acids that support the backfilling of those neurotransmitters. And if you're just having a pouch that's just caffeine because it can't really fit a whole bunch of ingredients in it, you're missing a lot of those building blocks that you might have otherwise been pulling at. So it's possible that not only are you getting like a more aggressive effect from the drug faster, but when you pull those resources, you're not actually like replenishing them in the same way you might have with a drink that has, multiple ingredients.
Coming into this workout, I felt like a lightning bolt. Now, I'm like a flickering lamp at best. They advertised no crash, but I didn't just crash. I took down the whole server. Like, I'm done. So although it was fun, it was tasty to take, I don't think I'm gonna be taking it again. Caffeine pouches, 2.75 stars. Level 3, pre-workout vape. Smoking pre-workout instead of drinking it. Never underestimate humanity's ability to create solutions for problems that don't exist. It makes you also wonder why snorting things is so frowned upon. I'm talking about coke, but we're going to be trying 2 different forms of smoking because I have 2 lungs, and it just makes a lot of sense. The first one we are trying is the world's first inhalable pre-workout device. It's a pre-workout vape. It's essentially a Juul for gym bros. Now, surprisingly with this product, there are not too many red flags. The first one is on Instagram. They have like a little under 3,000 followers, which just means it's a new company, and I'm basically a lab rat, which I'm kind of okay with. The second one is, on the website they have this chart, which is highly concerning. Like, I don't know anything about science, I'm just kind of an idiot, but just looking at it, they're suggesting that the bioavailability of ingredients when inhaled is like thousands of times greater than when drinking it. And I'm not so sure about that. So, false marketing? We'll find out. So we have a choice between blue raz, sour green apple, mint, and rainbow ice. Rainbow ice. 3 3-second inhalations equates to 1 serving, which apparently equals an energy drink or a scoop of pre-workout. So 9 seconds for a serving. Me and the vape have something in common. Whoa. Look how cool that looks. Forget dry scooping, I'm sky scooping. This is like an anabolic hookah. 3-second inhalation. Wow. Oh my God. This is a flavor that kids are gonna love, which is already a massive issue. Like, there is more smoke in high school bathrooms than Snoop Dogg's tour bus. Like, this is the last thing we need. But oh man, I can see myself getting addicted to this. I'm not a smoker, but usually when you start coughing during the smoke, that's a sign that it's gonna hit. And if I'm gonna smoke something, I'm not coughing up a lung for a damn placebo pump. I better be hitting some PRs today. Last hit. And just like that, boom, we've had an energy drink or a scoop of pre-workout. It smells like a snow cone that's been out in the sun way too long. It's like childhood joy and adult regret at equal measure. Whoa. I'm definitely feeling something in my head right outside the gym. Let's go train. My mouth tastes like I went down on a Skittle. It has like this like crazy like aftertaste right now. And I feel equal parts
motivated and medically concerned because I feel so strange. Like I feel like my brain feels like somebody is tickling my brain, and I feel wired. I feel ready to go, but I also feel incredibly off. I just hit a 10-pound PR on the barbell row. I am strong today. Barbell's feeling like a pool noodle. My brain feels like it's literally floating in the sky. Like I almost have no emotion. Like my dopamine receptors are not recepting right now. That said, I have like endless energy. I feel like I could superset every single set with the elliptical right now with how I feel. Like I feel so calm, but also so beast mode at the same time. The one negative thing I've been noticing, it's very hard to breathe right now, and after my set, it's very hard to catch my breath. Like my chest is pounding right now. Starting to feel a little bit dizzy now during the workout, also slightly nauseous, and I'm not sure if that's because I've never smoked anything before and this is the first time I'm doing it, or the pre-workout itself. I don't really know, but what I do know is that this is definitely something that I would not be taking consistently because I can feel that is not good for me and my lungs and my insides. That's for sure. It almost feels like it's like blocking my other senses. Like it's hard for me to think about anything else other than what I'm doing, which I guess in theory for a workout, that's a great thing. But it's just, it's also just kind of a concerning weird thing that probably not necessary. Imagine eating a salad covered in ranch dressing. That's kind of how I feel right now. You feel good about the salad. Like I feel good about my lift today, but then I feel bad about the ranch dressing. And I feel bad about how I'm feeling right now. It's a weird trade-off.
As much as I felt the pros, I did feel the cons. My lungs were in a lot of pain. I do think healthy lungs are more important than bigger biceps, but you can be the judge of that. I really don't know how much of this workout was because of the vape. It was a fantastic workout, but maybe it was just me. Maybe I can just thank myself. I don't really know. I will say that I feel the same right now as I did 45 minutes ago when I took the vape. So the consistency of this stuff is kind of terrifying. And I can't say that for the pouches I took. So. Pre-workout vape, 3.5 stars. Level 4, pre-workout cigarette.
The next one we're trying is Puffy Air. This one's kind of sketchy because it has 4.8 stars out of supposedly 1,356 reviews, yet I only see 18 reviews. And this might be surprising to a lot of people out there, but I want at least some like baseline honesty before I'm sticking something in my mouth. Also, that Photoshop job is the craziest thing I've ever seen. She is not holding Puffy Air. She is holding, I don't know, like a pregnancy test or something. Enjoy a soothing blend of premium herbal ingredients. Herbal is usually code for it's not gonna work at all, but we will definitely see. Serving size 10 uses, it gives us 200 milligrams of caffeine coming from guarana extract.
Guarana
is stronger than coffee and other caffeine sources because it contains a significantly higher concentration of caffeine over anything else, making it extremely dangerous if overdosed.
I feel like Harry Potter and this is my wand. All right, don't ask questions, just blow. No way is it lighting up. That is the cutest thing ever. Are you A+ for the experience? Oh my God, that tastes good. It says a serving size is 10 uses. It didn't specify the length of the pull that you take. I think I pull harder than the average person, so maybe my serving might be 600 milligrams, not 200 milligrams. Natural caffeine too, which in reality, it doesn't mean anything. Remember, heroin is also natural. We're getting peppermint, green tea. I definitely am getting peppermint. And I've definitely lost track of how many puffs I've taken. My family's looking at me outside and I'm like, I need to go outside for a smoke. I've always wanted to say that. Heart rate right now is at 99 and I haven't even started the workout yet. I'm literally just sitting on my couch. Does that say 113? 113? Puffy Air? More like Puffy pounding my cheeks. Like this pre-workout hit me like it caught me with its mama. Like, I have not been this affected yet in this video. My heart rate cannot get below 100, and I haven't even started the workout yet. This is the first one with caffeine that I've taken where I just feel an immense amount of energy. Like, I don't feel anything in my brain, which I'm happy about. I like this. I just feel incredibly hyper, and I can't even blink right now. I just feel so hyper, and I'm very thankful that I'm training here at home, because I feel like I would just start spotting people at the gym that didn't even ask. I literally feel like I'm moving at like 1,000 miles per hour right now. Usually for movements, I do 2 to 3 sets. If I'm feeling good on a day, I'll push it and do a 3rd set. I'm doing 3 sets for everything so far. This is my heart rate after a set of seated cable lateral raises. That's pretty high to me.
This stuff hit so much harder than the vape, and I'm not sure why. Maybe I did inhale a lot more than the recommended serving size.
Taken this entire workout so far, I just realized I'm not listening to any music. Listen to the gym right now. And I didn't have any idea.
I was so hyper during this workout, I could literally not sit still between sets.
Pump was insane. I literally feel like I could take over the world right now. If only today was leg day. Today was just shoulders and arms. Don't ask me what's going on here, but these were scattered all over the place. And then I just had like the deepest desire to just organize them in a straight line like that. And I have no idea why I had to do that.
Pre-workout cigarette, 4.25 stars. Level 5, the world's strongest pre-workout. Welcome to the portion of the video that should never be repeated, so just sit back and enjoy. We have Possessed, the world's most powerful pre-workout. And it must be true because you can't argue with those reviews. Now, I am never going to accuse a company of fake reviews, but what I will say is that some of them are they're not convincingly human. I've seen this company many times, and they have the most out of control marketing I've ever seen. Like, bro takes 1 dose and all of a sudden he turns into a creature from the dark forest. I know some of you guys remember this thing. I'm not gonna call it a human, it's not a human. That thing uses Possessed as milk in his morning cereal. Genuine since 1977? That's a red flag. That's something a married man would tell you to convince you that he hasn't been cheating. Now, the biggest red flag is it says strongest and safest pre-workout on the market. Safest by whom? Like, it can't be the FDA. Calling this safe, it just sounds like they're confident we're not going to find the bodies. Like, this is, trust me bro, levels of safe. Like, if it was safe, they wouldn't have a massive warning sign on the website, which, I mean, I do appreciate. So, I'm so nervous to take this.
So 1 scoop is the beginner dosage, which is 200 milligrams of caffeine. Full force is 3 scoops, which is 600 milligrams of caffeine. I mean, if you're gonna be buying Possessed, you're not taking 1 scoop. That's like buying a pair of shoes and only wearing 1 of them. So we're gonna go 3 and call upon the strongest demons to take over my body. Another insanely big red flag is that the percentage daily value for 3 scoops is just completely blank. There's just stars. Does that mean infinity? I don't really know. I'm not heap scooping this. It smells like a berry that survived the nuclear apocalypse, which is kind of what I expected. So 1, that's for the beginners, the losers. 2, and 3. I definitely should have asked my CNS for consent before doing this. All right, here we go. Yeah, that tastes like freaking human horsepower. That tastes like sour gasoline, like something that you would use to like repair your boat. Gonna head to the gym and sip it on the way there, and hopefully it doesn't kick in while I'm in the car. But if I get into a car chase and I get pulled over, I just tell the cops I was possessed.
I'm calling this flavor Tragic Berry because it's definitely not tropical. Once I finished it, as expected, I immediately felt it.
My ears feel like they're sweating. And the tingles right now are out of control. I did not realize there was beta-alanine in it. There's like 4.5 grams of beta-alanine in it. It feels like there's like a red ant farm on my face. Is 4.5 grams of beta-alanine a lot? I don't even know. Oh.
Heart rate was in the high 80s to low 90s just driving to the gym. Not only was I feeling wired, I was also starting to feel increasingly more paranoid, as you can tell by my face. My eyes are watering and my face is a lot more red. It was even hard for me to sit still.
I have never felt more sketched out in my entire life. Like, I'm looking at people at the gym like they're my enemy. Like, I wanted a gym stimulator, not a panic attack simulator. I feel like I'm in an elementary school tickle fight while the freaking clown from It is chasing me, trying to harvest my soul. I also cannot stop rubbing my ears and my face. If I'm gonna be taking something this strong, you better believe, like, I'm expecting PRs, like left, right, and center. Like, PRs practically handed to me on a silver plate. I just wrapped up the seated hamstring curl, and that felt incredible. I was so strong. I just feel obligated to hit a PR on every single thing that I do right now. How I feel as a person, as a human being, horrible, like terrible. The entire time, I just feel like I'm getting away with a crime. And the funny thing is, the only possible crime here is my own murder. The next thing we are doing, which is gonna be a true test, is the pendulum squat. 3 sets of 10 pause reps with some heavy weights. So if this goes well, I mean, it might be worth it.
Going into this set, I feel like I could PR or pass out. There is really no in between. Fortunately, but also unfortunately, the set felt amazing. I was able to bust through a plateau I've been stuck at for 3 weeks. So maybe this stuff does need to stay in my pre-workout rotation.
It's crazy when you're doing the sets. You kind of feel like your life is on the line. And it's not like you're just at the gym. Like, if you don't complete the set, you might get shot. Which, I mean, I guess, mission accomplished. Like, I'm hitting the weight. But do I feel okay? Not really. But maybe it's like a colonoscopy. It's supposed to be effective, but it's not exactly supposed to be fun. Every set just keeps on getting better too. And I don't know if that's motivation or mild possession, but I'll take it.
My heart rate this entire workout would fluctuate from the mid 140s to high 150s the entire time. And the scary thing was, even between exercises, it wouldn't really go down.
I would love to see a Zen monk trying to control themselves on this. I don't think it's possible. That said though, the symptoms at the beginning of the workout are starting to fade, and now I'm feeling just pure energy, which is quite nice.
Caffeine causes your body to increase the level of dopamine in your brain, which is the chemical that causes you to feel happy, which is exactly what I'm experiencing at insane amounts.
I don't just have a good energy, I have really good focus, and I have superb endurance. The one thing that's just kind of making me feel a bit weird is that I feel extremely happy. And when I feel happy, I get like, it just can't be good. You know what I mean? I feel like something has got to give. So I feel like whatever happened at the beginning to now, I'm just kind of worried about what the crash is going to be like. Because when it hits you hard, I feel like the crash just has to be even harder. Workout finished. I'm definitely not taking this stuff ever again because I feel like long term I'd grow like a second tail or something like that. But I will say, this was the most effective thing so far. It's been like 3 hours since I worked out and my head is pounding. I'm feeling aggressively nauseous. Even just having my eyes open right now is straining my head. So I'm just lying in bed right now. It's awful, but I saw it coming. I knew it was coming. It sucks.
Just as I suspected, the harder the caffeine hits, the harder and more intense the crash. World's strongest pre-workout? 2 stars. Level 6, Yohimbine. Or Yohimbine, I'm not really sure.
Apparently Yohimbine is much more powerful than caffeine, which would probably explain why it's banned in a lot of countries, including Canada, the country I currently live. Shh. The FDA has actually had it on its unsafe herb list since 1977 due to its potential side effects like heart problems and seizures. So if that's not alarming, wait till you hear some of these reviews. Thomas apparently got the Hershey squirts. It's exactly what you think it means. I've been on the John more times than I've had women over, and it's getting kind of crazy. First of all, Thomas is not making that comparison unless he absolutely pulls. So good for you, Thomas. The poops have been insane, but good product. What? Like, that's confusing. Whooper gives it 5 stars and says bro, all capitals. I've done from phentermine to blank, it rhymes with Bane, and this stuff gives me more energy than both of those. I've been drinking coffee since kindergarten, so pretty much my entire life, and this shit is intense. Dude, who are your parents? Holy, I feel bad for you, man. Brock says, anxiety through the roof. I didn't know you could feel so bad mentally and feel dialed in at the same time. Focus was okay, but anxiety was too much to handle. We'll see about that. Grayson, 5 stars, and says, makes me shiver, and then just wrote yes. And Jordan, 3 stars, good, but stuff is strong, but gave me a skin rash all over. He had to quit. So needless to say, this stuff is pretty intense. So hopefully I don't shit myself like Thomas or get a skin rash like Jordan. All right, well, it says to take 1 capsule on an empty stomach 30 minutes before your workout. So, I mean, here we go. And let level 6 commence.
Derek describes this one as adrenaline in a bottle, and I was feeling those effects within minutes of taking it. I was getting goosebumps and my hair was standing all over. And before even making it to the gym, I had to pull over immediately. Thomas was right. A common side effect of Yohimbine is diarrhea, so hopefully this is my only visit. I finally made it to the gym and started my lift, and you wouldn't believe what I felt.
I'm not feeling anything right now, like nothing. I feel good, but I don't feel like I'm on anything. I don't know if it's because I've been taking stimulants every single day this week. My body sees Yohimbine as a vitamin. If that's the case, that's extremely concerning. But luckily, I have felt none of the side effects of anxiety, no rashes. I did have to Hershey squirt, but just the one time. But other than that, I feel really good. Lift has been great, and I'm feeling really, really strong. Maybe the scary thing about Yohimbine is that it's convincing me that how I feel right now is my new peace. Maybe I don't have a normal anymore. Maybe I just have stimmed or more stimmed.
The rest of my workout, I had nothing crazy to report. No anxiety, no rashes, no shivers, and thankfully, no more Hershey squirts. I just felt normal. And normal doesn't mean bad at all. Even though I feel completely normal, supposedly, this is surprisingly the best I've felt this entire week. It's kind of like if you go to the bar every single week and you always drink and get hammered, and then the one time you go, you decide to stay sober and not drink and you feel amazing. It's kind of like that. So I'm feeling the least right now, but I'm feeling the best, if that makes any sense. On paper, I was expecting that supplement to rock me like Tesla stock after an Elon tweet, but I'm surprised. It didn't really feel much, but it definitely eliminated my appetite, like obliterated it. It is currently 2:37 and I'm having my first meal of the day, and I really don't even need it. I just kind of want to have it right now. Do you guys want to know what level infinity performance enhancer is? It's simple, it's food, tracking your calories and your macros. It is the most important thing that you can do if you're looking to build muscle, lose fat, or make progress in the gym. So that is why I always recommend that you use the Macro Factor app. When I track calories, the most important thing to me is accuracy. The entire Macro Factor database is completely verified, so you can trust everything that you're logging. And if you have no idea how to track calories, they have a smart nutrition coaching feature which will do everything for you. So you just sit back and the app will automatically adjust based off your goals, based off your weigh-ins. It just does everything for you. So if you guys want to try it out, make sure to use code WILL for a 2-week free trial. Yohimbine, 1.5 stars. Level 7. Coffee. What? I am not sniffing, snorting, or inhaling this pre, but this one's scaring me the most. There is 728 milligrams of caffeine in a 12-ounce cup of this coffee. If you are buying this coffee, anything that happens is your fault. Essentially, opening this bag is the liability waiver. The name literally communicates clear warning and expectation of what's possibly to come. And also, where are you getting 728 milligram of caffeine beans? The fresh, fertile land of Chernobyl? But with all that said, the coffee is fair trade and organic, so the people harvesting it are all good, but the people drinking it, different story. It's time to make a cup of coffee. This makes the pre-workout we took seem like iced tea. Flavor notes are supposed to be strong, dark, and rich, which makes me want to marry it. Massey's review is incredibly concerning. It's Adderall in a cup, according to Massey. But if we think Massey's review is concerning, just look at Matthew's. It's so much worse. Matthew is just happy to have found what he's been truly looking for, a literal death wish.
I have never weighed coffee until right now, but I think this is critical. I'm going to be taking this coffee black. I think that this is the final boss of taking anything black. I fear if I put like milk or sugar in it, it would literally disintegrate into nothing. I am currently sitting in my bathroom because they recommend that you take your first cup in total isolation. And I don't know if that's like a marketing thing to go, oh, it's so strong and so cool. But I'm taking that stuff pretty seriously. So I'm locked in my bathroom, about to have my first cup, and this is so dark. Perhaps a reflection of my soul. Here we go. Cheers. It tastes like I'm drinking Voldemort's ashes. Very bitter coffee. Extremely strong. Like, French press is probably the strongest way that you can make coffee, so I wouldn't even be surprised if this is over 728 milligrams. Also, if I don't feel this is gonna be a clear sign to me to chill the F out on my caffeine.
This might be what I'll look like once I'm done this cup. The more I drank this coffee, the more I began to like it. Maybe it's the Dark Lord taking over my body or something, but it was not too bad. And it didn't take too long for it to kick in while I was drinking it.
I'm 3/4 of the way done, and I'm not only feeling it, I feel like the caffeine has already hijacked my body. Because if you think about it, I've already had like over 2 large coffees. All right, last chug.
This is for sure the worst I've ever felt taking any sort of stimulant. I really did not feel like myself. I am trying to calm myself down as hard as possible right now, but I definitely do not feel like I took something legal. My cheeks are like tingling, and I feel like I'm in a game of Mario Kart. I'm not gonna drive that way, of course. The best way to describe this feeling right now is my body is a vessel, and like a caffeine demon has just taken it over. I'm like 99% caffeine, 1% self-control. If I put on like any pre-workout music, it would end me. Like, I'd just be too hyped up and I'd be done. But I kind of feel like I'm watching myself drive. I know what everything is going on around me. I know my blind spots, what's in front of me, what's behind me. I'm like literally driving the speed limit to the T right now, which is, I don't speed. I go like 5 to 8 over, but this is pretty good. I feel like I could just keep on talking forever right now when no one else is in the car, but I'm just gonna stop. I am usually a pretty dramatic guy because I'm a YouTuber. It's just part of who I am. But right now I'm being honest with you with how I feel. It's insane. I actually kind of forget the drive here. I feel like I teleported to the gym. One of my biggest fears with like really strong coffee in general is shitting myself. With this stuff, I fear like I already have, or it's just gonna come so unexpectedly. But thankfully it's not leg day. I never thought I could potentially die in a gym toilet stall, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it on my bingo card. I feel like I just blinked and boom, I just did 3 sets. Every single rep feels like I'm trying to outrun my own heartbeat. It's like the most uncomfortable feeling ever. They call this death wish coffee, so I mean, if the wish comes true, at least I'm gonna die doing something I love. I am blowing through this workout in record time. Like, I am just destroying it and hitting all the weights that I need to, which is great. But there's a lot of my friends here who I would normally talk to, and I would love to talk to them. And it's not because I don't want to, I just feel like I don't have the capacity to. I don't have the capacity for meaningful conversations. Also, weirdly, the yellow wall right there, I feel like I can smell it. It's crazy to think that this is just a cup of coffee. People drink coffee and then go to work. There are some people on this planet that drink the coffee that I just had and then go and do their desk job. Like, I can't even imagine. I feel like it'd be like a cage match against Microsoft Word. Like, those people must be insane. I need to meet them. I just dusted back in 30 minutes. Bicep time. I feel good. I feel really good. I do not feel like myself. I just want to smile. I don't smile a lot. The one thing that is just really bad is that the anxiety is just, it's through the roof. I feel like I've done something bad and gotten away with it. You know when you go to Chipotle and you ask for double meat and they give you double meat, then they give you like that little plastic thing beside your bowl to show that you had the double meat, but sometimes they forget and then you're like, oh my God, they forgot. And then you try to see if you get away with it, but then you don't know if later on they're gonna realize they gave you double meat and they're gonna ask you why you didn't tell them. It's kind of like that times 1,000. But then once you kind of embrace the fact that it's just an artificial anxiety, you can kind of just live with it. There is a reason why this was level 7. This is the hardest. I felt it and am currently feeling it this entire video. It was also the most effective thing by far. It feels like a performance enhancer, kind of like the point of the video. One thing to remember is you can get carried away with these things, but the thing is you'll eventually acclimatize to the dosage, and guess what? You're just going to continue to up it every single time. So the best strategy, don't take any of it. Sleep, water, and good quality food, because you can always get more of that, right? Hopefully I can get back into my body soon. I'm really not okay. I don't know if I'm showing it or not. I'm really not okay. Death Wish coffee, 4 stars.
Babe, what are you doing? Isn't the video done?
No. So, no, level 8, level 8, level 8!